Hello, I'm Sam Dennis, the Vicar of St Luke's Woodside, one of the parishes supported by the Parish Support Fund in Southwark Diocese. Between Norwood Junction and East Croydon, Woodside is a busy urban parish. Having grown from a hamlet, the parish of Woodside is now home to around 14,000 people. According to the Church Urban Fund, the parish of Woodside is among the 15% most deprived parishes in England.
Although you might not have heard of Woodside, we're a real microcosm of the cultural and social diversity of South London, with a young population and 4 primary schools. It's a good place to live, but when it makes the news, it's sometimes for the wrong reasons. Youth safety is a major local concern, and over the last few years, we've been involved supporting families affected by street violence.
150 years ago, in 1872, the first church in Woodside was consecrated to serve the small hamlet. 14 years later, work began on a large new church to serve the growing population, as streets of terraced houses were built around the green and towards Norwood Junction.
Today, St. Luke is a lively church, worshipping in the modern Catholic tradition. And our congregation reflects the ethnic and social diversity of the neighbourhood. Some of us are comfortable. Some of us struggle to make ends meet and experience the precariousness of life in London.
Most people in our congregation live within walking distance of the church, and our worshipping community is about 100 adults and 40 children and young people. Since reopening from the lockdowns and restarting Young Church, the main Sunday Eucharist has drawn a congregation of around 70 people, although it's a different 70 people each week. There is a small core of people who've been part of the church for decades, but Woodside is a transient area, and this is reflected in the turnover of our congregation. If we weren't outward looking, we would wither.
We've also built up the links with 3 of our local primary schools. In Oasis Academy Rylands, a team-led interactive open the book Bible storytelling assemblies twice a month. In the other schools, we did termly assemblies, led a Holy Week trail, and hosted Christmas and harvest productions. During the pandemic, we have maintained links through online assemblies and class visits. Building on these links, we ran a half-term club in October 2021 and have plans to start a junior choir later in 2022. We hope this will help improve access to musical education locally, build community, and enrich our worship.
In the years before the pandemic, our congregation experienced significant growth in numbers as we re-established a pattern of daily prayer and weekly study groups and renewed our young church. In 2018 and in 2019, we took groups from our parish to the Walsingham Youth Pilgrimage in the summer.
We're a collection point for the local food bank and support the local floating night shelter. At St Luke's, we're also active in Croydon Citizens, working to find shared self-interest with other local institutions to seek the common good. When we celebrated Candlemas earlier this year, we did a listening exercise in our congregation. The main issues that people raised were youth safety and opportunities, access to affordable housing and real homes, mental health support, fly tipping, and the neighbourhood streetscape.
St Luke's is a lively parish church that makes a difference in its community. Although giving is increasing. Ministry and mission at St Luke's has always been supported by the generosity of the wider church and parishes like yours. The growth that we've experienced would not have been possible without it. And despite the challenges and uncertainties of 2022, there is much to give us hope as we look to the future. I look forward to being with you on Sunday the 20th of March.